Morning. What's happening? How you doing? Happy Monday. So question for you is, what is the number one thing stopping you from losing body fat? Stick that in the comments. It might be overwhelm, it might be impatience, it might be routine, it might be lack of knowledge. Whatever it is, whatever your thing is, stick it in the comments below and be honest. Okay, let's get into this. Welcome to the Rise to Thrive show. I am your host, James Borman. And if you are coming through, please do let me know. Drop a love heart button. Please do comment how your weekend was. If you're watching live, the answer to the question, which was, what's the number one thing that stops you losing body fat? And then please tag or share somebody that might need this information right now. What's happening? Hope you're safe out there. It is wild. We lost some tiles. Managed to save the fence. If you were watching my Instagram stories, I had bolted them down with kettlebells. Unfortunately, couldn't save the tiles. Watched half my roof blow up and then come back down. So lucky enough, it just held. Anyway, let's get into this. So I've been in training a long time. I did my physical training instructor's course in the Royal Marines in 2008, and that's where I learned I did an 8-month course in basically developing people physically, mentally and emotionally, as well as their nutrition. And I carried that on with me when I left the military during those 3 years of post Marines where I was struggling. It was the one thing that got me out of that rut, right? It was focusing on being a boot camp and helping people lose weight and helping people look good and feel good with exercise and nutrition. And then I went online and worked with men and to lose their guts. As men, many men build up a lifestyle that makes them overweight, makes them fat, and you end up piling on body fat and it makes you miserable, right? So we were doing courses that help guys lose body fat. And being in the industry, there's an awful lot of crap out there. There's an awful lot of information and misguided information. For me, what's worked well for all of my clients and me is super simple. Hey, train 3-4 times a week in the gym or down the boot camp or lifting weights and tracking your calories. Okay, if you track your calories every single day, you manage your protein levels, at the most simplest of forms, you're going to see change over time. But what was frustrating me so much, more than anything, was the fact that guys could not stick to that. And the problem is, you can preach to somebody that calorie deficit and lifting weights is going to change the way you look. But people are not going to change. People are not going to consume the information that's there, the knowledge that's there to lose the belly fat, unless they're in the right state of mind to be able to do so. And there is no one exercise that's going to help you lose body fat. There is no one particular routine. It's just consistency. And again, consistency does not come when you are not in the right frame of mind. Now, let's have a look at some things that prevent us from doing that. So, impatience. When we become impatient, okay, when we become overwhelmed, when we have poor time management, poor work-life balance, excuses creep in, we emotionally eat, we emotionally drink, okay. When we're not working on ourselves and a personal development there's no discipline. So we don't have the discipline to actually track your calories. So actually, it's not calories or tracking calories it's not actually the consuming of the food, it's the management of your mental, emotional and physical state. It's the management of your mental, physical and emotional state. So we need to be able to manage become the master of our emotions, and we need to become the master of our mental state and our physical state. So implementing systems, routines, lifestyle that allows us to be more consistent. Because one of the things that I find is that if you can't even get yourself out of bed when your alarm goes, it's most likely that you are not going to turn around and track your calories consistently. And then you get the guys that do it for 2 weeks, turn around and go, I've seen no changes in 2 weeks. And to have the audacity to think you are going to suddenly shift all of your body fat in 2 weeks is mind-blowing. It's like literally mind-blowing. So how do we go about shifting the belly fat? Well, I think that you have to kind of look at this at a different angle, which is what the Man Coach is all about, right? I kind of looked at where are the gaps where people are not shifting this body fat. Why aren't people changing the way that they look? Why aren't they living healthier lifestyles? Well, you know what? How we do that is by being more structured, being in control of your time, knowing exactly when you start work, when you finish work, when training is, when family time is, when personal development time is. So what we do is we make sure that we are the masters of our own schedule. That way we are planning our sessions in. They become part of your lifestyle. They don't become hassle. They don't become a distraction. They don't become something that you've got to try and fit in. It becomes part of your lifestyle. So you become the master of your time and your schedule, right? That then breeds consistency, control and clarity of knowing what you're trying to do, breeds consistency. Then you're in a better place to be in more control to be able to track your calories. So you set 4 alarms a day, 8 o'clock, 12:30, 4 o'clock and 8 o'clock at night. And when those alarms go off, it's a trigger to then remind you, hey, look, I need to manage my calories. I need to enter my calories into MyFitnessPal. So suddenly we have a system, right? We've got a system now. Unless we control our lifestyle, our mindset, our state of mind, you're never going to have the skills and drills to be able to consistently keep tracking and keep exercising. For me, exercise and nutrition and calorie counting is the byproduct of you being a more organized, efficient human being. And you can't bypass those skills of being consistent, control, and having clarity and organizing routines. Because how you do anything is how you do everything. If you're a lazy ass in the morning, you're going to be a lazy ass with your calories. Alright? So you want to shift belly fat? If you want to look better, you've got to be patient. You've got to enjoy the process. You've got to have routine. You've got to have discipline. And all of those things come from scheduling, accountability, being in a group, being part of a community. Because it's going to be hard by yourself. You need the nudge. You need the nudge. Very few people can do it by themselves. Alright, so if you're going to shift belly fat, start focusing on working on you and how you handle your time and your energy and your stress and your lifestyle. Once that happens, the tracking the calories, the exercise will become the byproduct. It will become part of your blood, part of your DNA. It will be automated. It will naturally happen. Does that make sense? I hope so. Because you can go around listening to every fitness professional out there telling you you've got to track calories or whatever diet they promote or whatever exercise they promote. But it means nothing, absolutely nothing, if you're all over the place. If you're not in the right state of mind. Get the state of mind right first. Get your organised and structure squared away. Get your planning of the week sorted out. Get your priorities in check. And everything else will follow. And how do I know? Because we've had thousands of guys come through our system doing the exact same thing. And I don't teach calories. I don't teach people how to squat. I don't even give them training plans. I organise those blokes. I organise those men. And the byproduct of that is that when they are on it, they shift weight. There you go. All right. I've learned something new. Have an amazing week. I will see you Wednesday. Guys, if you haven't registered as well for our masterclass on the 8th of March, you need to get a shifty on because places are disappearing and we're only limited number of seats for this webinar or masterclass, whatever you want to call it. The link is in the bio or it's up here. All right. Get your seat in. It is going to be a cracking hour and a half on the 8th of March. We start at 8 o'clock at night. All right. See you soon.